message this morning is miser or millionaire. You decide. I know what I have decided already. Right? Miser or millionaire. Which one will it be? Millionaire. Okay, so we just get ready now to welcome Araceli to deliver her message this morning.
Thank you very much, Monica, for that warm introduction. Good morning, Unity family.
Good morning.
Y'all didn't sound enthusiastic. Good morning, Unity family.
Good morning, Unity family.
The divinity in me honors the divinity in you as we come together this morning in fellowship.
The divinity in me honors the divinity in you as we come together.
Wasn't that a wonderful meditation song? How could you not feel great after such a great song? Yeah? God is great, doing marvelous things. Yeah? Let's affirm, I am alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic about life.
I am alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic about life.
And here, I'm alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic. We had two choruses going on, but choirs going on, but that's all right. Now, Reverend Martin usually likes to start by sharing little stories from his mystic friend. And wouldn't you know, his mystic friend came to visit me this past week. So I'd like to share with you the story his mystic friend shared with me. Now, there was this elderly couple, and they kept forgetting a lot of things. So they went to the doctor, and the doctor's advice to them was to write down everything, write it down. So they said, okay. They went on home. The next night, they're there, they're watching TV, and the wife turns to the husband, and she says, you know, I could really do with a nice bowl of ice cream. So he says, oh, wonderful, dear, I'll go get it for you. So she said, but dear, remember, the doctor said write it down. He says, I'm going right into the kitchen. I can't possibly forget. So he goes into the kitchen. A few minutes later, he comes back out with a nice big plate of eggs and bacon. And the wife shakes her head and she looks at it and she says, honey, I knew you would forget. You forgot the toast. All right, so thanks, Martin, for lending me a mystic friend. Now, miser or millionaire? Now, Monica declared very firmly she knows which one she is, right? So let's talk about miser or millionaire. So when we think of the word miser, what's a miser? What comes to mind when you think of stingy, a stingy person? A stingy. So what does a miser consciousness look like, you think? A miser consciousness. What would that look like? A stingy consciousness. No, you don't want to give, you don't want to share. Well, let me share with you a little story from Aesop's tales about a miser. Now this miser, he sold everything he had, and he bought a very large block of gold. And he took that block of gold and he went to his backyard, dug a hole, and buried it deep. And every morning he would wake up, walk to his backyard, look at his block of gold. So some workmen in the area noticed what he was doing. So the workman went when he wasn't around and looked in the hole, and he saw the block of gold. So that workman returned that night and stole that block of gold. So the miser wakes up the next day, he goes to look, his usual routine, he goes to look and admire his block of gold, and it's not there. So he wails out in grief, and he's upset, he's angry, he's crying. So the neighbor comes over, the neighbor says, what's going on? What's going on here? He says, my gold, someone stole my gold. The neighbor said, well, why don't you just get a big stone and put it in the hole to replace the gold? I mean, it's not like you were using the gold anyway. You were just admiring it. So what difference would it make if you put a stone in there? Y'all get the point from the neighbor? Y'all get the neighbor's point? Yeah? When someone has a miser's consciousness, right? No matter how much money or gold or property or food or good health, happiness, love that he or she may have, all that they can really experience is what? Nothingness, poverty, lack. Yeah, lack. Right? Because a miser doesn't feel prosperous. generous, no matter how much he has. In fact, he lives as if what he has is not enough. It's never enough, right? Misers live in extreme anxiety, right? They're always anxious and fearful about losing what they have. They're fearful about spending what they have. And they're fearful and anxious about sharing what they have. Yeah? A miser doesn't make the time to enjoy his divine blessings. Doesn't make the time to enjoy his divine blessings. Now, I'm in a storytelling mood this morning. A priest friend of mine told me about this guy who would come up, to the mount all the time. And every time he'd come, he'd bring some salt to be blessed by the priest. So he goes, he gets his salt blessed, he goes away, comes back a week later with even more salt. The priest blesses it, goes away, comes back another week with even more salt. So the priest had to ask him, what is it you're doing with the salt? The guy said, well, Father, if I tell you, I sell nuts. And all the time I selling the nuts not selling. But the minute I start putting this blessed salt in the nuts, all the nuts start selling. Right? That is consciousness for you, isn't it? That's faith for you, right? Because brothers and sisters, if we truly believe that God will make a way where there seems to be no way, like they did for that nuts man, right? If we truly believe what it says in Philippians 4:19, where it says, my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. If we really believe what it says in Psalm 34:10, those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. And if we really believe what it says in Genesis chapter 9 verse 3, I give you everything. And in Psalm 84:11, it also tells us, no good thing shall be withheld from those who walk uprightly. You're reciting these. This is nice that you know it. I'm hearing. Matthew 21:22. And whatever you ask for in prayer, finish it for me now. Whatever you ask for in prayer, you will receive. If you have faith. If you have faith. Brothers and sisters, we heard it a lot. If you truly believe that God provides, then we never, ever walk this earth with a miser consciousness. We've never, ever walked this earth with a miser consciousness. Don't you agree? Yeah? As a matter of fact, we'd wake up every morning and declare and affirm the lovely affirmation that Reverend Martin shared with us last week that I heard you all mention this morning. What was it? Today is a wonderful day. Today is a wonderful day, and I am a magnet for only the good in it. Let's affirm it loudly now so the whole area would know it. Today is a wonderful day, and I am a magnet for only the good in it. Yeah? Have you all been using it? Yes, yes. I hear half the class say yes, all right. Okay, so once again, telling stories this morning, right? One more story I'd like to share with you. It's about this widow. And this story actually comes from Mark chapter 12, verses 41 to 44. Jesus stood and he was watching as these people were coming up and putting money into the temple treasury. That's like the taxes, the tithes that they were paying back then. And he's watching, and all these rich people are coming forth and putting in lots of money into the treasury. Then this seemingly poor widow, she dug into her pockets and she had 2 small copper coins in her pocket, which were worth about a penny. Yeah? It was all she had. And she took it and she put it into that temple treasury. She gave it away so that it could be a blessing to someone else. Now this seemingly poor widow had a millionaire consciousness. She had a millionaire consciousness. You see, the true measure of wealth is not in what we hoard, but in what we give away, what we share, right? The true measure of wealth is not in what we hoard, but what we give away. You see, that widow was able to freely give and freely share her gifts. So when you look at that story, that widow's penny was more valuable than that miser that I mentioned in the beginning, that miser's block of gold. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? A millionaire consciousness is rooted in faith, rooted in the belief that what we have is more than enough. Brothers and sisters, what you have in your wallet, what you have in your bank account, what you have in your life, what you have in your home, what you have in your family is more than enough. It's more than enough for you, and it's more than enough for you to share. It's more than enough. And see, when we declare and we truly believe that what we have is more than enough, and we walk around and we act like it's the only truth we know, that is the only truth we know, then we are walking this earth with a millionaire consciousness. We're walking this earth with a millionaire consciousness. So you see, the millionaire consciousness, yes, it includes money and financial security, yes, yeah, it does. But it's so much more than that, as Martin would have shared with us last week, Reverend Martin. It includes a sense of well-being, right? In every area of our life, every area. A millionaire consciousness is peace of mind. Peace of mind. Nothing and no one can disturb the calm peace of my soul. Yeah? A millionaire consciousness is harmony. Harmony in our relationships with our friends and our family. A millionaire consciousness is love. Love in our hearts. Love in our hearts, not just for each other and for ourselves, but for all God's living creatures. All God's living creatures. And as I mentioned that, a couple weeks ago, I walked into my kitchen in the morning and there was a centipede in the drain, in the kitchen sink, the kitchen sink there. And I found it strange, like how did this centipede get in my kitchen, you know? So now it would have been easy for me to just turn on the water and flush him down the drain. But I thought to myself, now, how does centipede reach here? And I also thought, now if you or I were in a situation and we found ourselves somewhere where we shouldn't be, wouldn't we want others to have grace on us and mercy on us? So I thought, okay, you know what, let me try to scoop him up. Now it took a little while because he was wiggling a lot, but I scooped him up and took him out to the grass outside, the grass area outside. Yeah? Love for all God's living creatures. What's that? Not a centipede? Set him free, set him free. Do unto others as we would want done unto us. Yeah? See, a millionaire consciousness is happiness and it's joy. It's success. It's perfect self-expression. You know, our ability to share our talents, our strengths, our abilities with others. A person with a millionaire consciousness walks this earth with confidence, generosity, gratitude, and cheerfulness. Let me repeat that. A person with a millionaire consciousness walks this earth with confidence, with generosity, with gratitude, and with cheerfulness. See, in the first chapter of Genesis, the Bible tells us that God created a lavish, magnificent, abundant universe. And then, on the sixth day, what did he create? Man, humankind, us. Yeah? So he placed us in this world of already lavish abundance. Yeah? And on top of that, he gave us dominion over that world. See, you are a rich child of a loving Father, and I dare you to prosper now. Do you accept my dare?
Yes.
Well, tell me now, I am a rich child of a loving Father.
I am a rich child of a loving Father.
And I dare to prosper now.
And I dare to prosper now.
I don't know if I believe you, you know.
I am.
Tell me one more time now. Convince me.
I am a rich child of a rich Father.
A loving Father, and I dare to prosper now. Having a millionaire consciousness or a millionaire mind means that we take the tools and the principles that we listen to and make note of on a Sunday morning, and we put them to work when we walk out that door on a Sunday. Yeah? It's tools we hear like Catherine Ponder describes it as creating a vacuum or a space to receive. Now, Catherine Ponder, Unity Minister, she has a lot of books about prosperity, right? She states creating a vacuum. What does a vacuum do? It sucks in, yeah? It sucks in. So she talks about creating a vacuum to receive. Charles Fillmore had put it like this. He expressed it like this. Thoughts are things and occupy space in mind. We cannot have new and better ones in a place that is already crowded with old, weak, inefficient thoughts. A mental house cleaning is even more necessary than a material one. And I'd like to add a little piece to that, to what Charles said. I'd like to add that cleaning out these thoughts that no longer serve our highest good include clearing out old habits. Clearing out those old habits, those old attitudes, even those old memories that we hold on to that need to be released and dissolved. Clear it out. Sometimes creating a vacuum to receive may mean creating a physical space, yes. You know, it's just time to get rid of some of those old clothes, those old books, those old furniture, those old letters and files that we have lying around the house that we no longer use. All those personal possessions. Yeah? Sometimes creating a vacuum or a space to receive may mean letting go of those unpleasant relationships, those unsatisfying relationships, and those old ways of living that no longer please or satisfies. So how can you create a vacuum to receive? Another millionaire consciousness tool is, as Charles Fillmore puts it, and we know it, we hear it all the time, go into the silence daily. Daily. Shut the door. Thank you. Shut the door. At a stated time. At a stated time. Try to do it the same time every day. And concentrate on the substance of spirit prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Charles Fillmore said this opens a current of thought that will bring prosperity into your life and affairs. Beloved, the rich, unlimited substance of the universe is everywhere present for you. Everywhere present for you. Millionaire thoughts form millionaire ideas, which produce millionaire results. Let me say it again. Millionaire thoughts form millionaire ideas, which produce millionaire results. Yeah? And don't hesitate to write down your goals, you know. Writing down is a good practice. Whether you want to write down your desires for the day or for the week, for the month, for the year, write it down, list it. What is it that you really want? Not what you think you should have. Not what you think you should have. Not what other people think you should have or expect you to have. But what do you want? A third millionaire consciousness tool. We heard it a lot last month. Use your power of imagination to mentally picture your good. Psychologists have stated that imagination is one of the mind's strongest powers. Professional opinion. Your imagination is one of your mind's strongest powers. Imagine your desired good. Imagine it and see it as a fulfilled result. It is done. When you're doing that, don't try to reason through it. Don't try to reason through the mental pictures and try to understand how it may come about. That's none of your business. Just dare to imagine the fulfilled result. Leave the rest to God. Leave the rest to God. A fourth tool for millionaire consciousness. We know it well here in Unity. It's our fourth principle. Speak daily affirmations. Speak daily affirmations. In the beginning, this world was created by God's definite spoken affirmation. God declared, "Let there be." Let there be. And brothers and sisters, you were created in the image and likeness of God. So you too have that power to affirm and form substance. All you have to do is decree and declare you're good. The ancient Hebrews used to affirm Jehovah Jireh. Jehovah Jireh, y'all remember that one? Yeah? The Lord now richly provides. Let's affirm now, Jehovah Jireh.
Jehovah Jireh.
The Lord now richly provides.
The Lord now richly provides.
And the last tool I'd like to share with you today to walk this earth with a millionaire consciousness. It's right there in our Unity's fifth principle. Go about your daily activities acting as though you are already a millionaire. Go about your daily activities acting as though you are already a millionaire. With everything you say, with everything you think, with everything you feel, and with everything you do, you are already a millionaire. You are God's millionaire. Amen?
Amen.
I feel like singing. Y'all, we know that song, God's Millionaire?
Yes.
I'm God's millionaire, y'all know it? If you have the songbook, it's hymn 131. Let's sing now. Let's close off with a little song. Mother, in him I'm an heir to houses and cattle and mansions to spare. I've the wealth of his glory, inheritance rare. Because he's my father, I'm God's millionaire. There's no lack of provision, no need I can hide, no worldly condition unmet or denied. I'm the key to a kingdom beyond all compare. I'm heir to his riches, I'm God's millionaire. Once I stood as a pauper, then Christ took my hand. Let me stand on a mountain, my faith to command. In the joy of his spirit, to you I declare, I've so much abundance, I'm God's millionaire. Wow, if anybody heard us, boy, that's a room full of millionaires. Yes? Let us take a moment and pray. In this time of quiet reflection, let us relax and become centered and breathe. As we follow our breath and quiet our thoughts, we reflect on the words, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Jireh. The Lord now richly provides. The Lord now richly provides. Thoughts and feelings of abundance in all forms, in the form of health, in the form of wealth, in the form of confidence, in the form of loving relationships, abundance in the form of perfect self-expression. Gratitude now flows through us, and feelings of peace and plenty and a rich and abundant life wash over us. Life loves us. Life prospers us. Our thoughts and feelings go deeper, deeper into that still small voice within, as it guides us to our highest good. Abundance is yours. Abundance is mine. Abundance is ours. Abundant good is flowing to us and through us. Abundance is flowing to us and through us through our positive words, our positive thoughts, our positive actions. And we are in the flow of life. With joy and gratitude, we enthusiastically say, today is a wonderful day, and I am a magnet for only the good in it. Let's declare, today is a wonderful day, and I am a magnet for only the good in it. And one with this flow, we open the channel for infinite blessings of spirit to flow. And so it is. Amen. Amen.
I don't know about Lord, but I show the feeling. I am a millionaire.
All right. Mission accomplished.
Let's love and bless Araceli. Araceli, we love you.
Araceli, we love you.
We bless you.
We bless you.
We thank God for you.
We thank God for you.
And we thank God
We thank God
that you have so much abundance.
That we have
so much abundance.
You are God's millionaire.
You are God's millionaire.
And so it is.
So it
And
is.
so it must be.
So it must be.
Amen.
Amen.
Mhm.